I'm outside the Nissan garage here in the pit lane ahead of the Tokyo E-Prix doubleheader weekend in the Formula E World Championship with Championship leader Oliver Rowland. A 48-point lead in the championship is not something that happens a lot in Formula E. Are you aware of the unique position you find yourself in?
Yeah, I am. I read a lot of stuff about it. So, I guess, if you'd have offered me this at the start of the season, for sure I would have taken it. So it's a great position to be in. I think it's just important not to get complacent at this time of the year, given the results that we've already got. So my mindset is very much the same, is to just focus race by race and try and extend that lead more than hang on to a lead, if that makes sense.
In the pit lane, I'm sure you put a brave face on it. It's business as usual. You're acting like you're at the bottom of the table with no points at all, but secretly inside, what are you really thinking?
I think the feeling I have inside at the moment is of more of let's extend it and let's keep motivated in the same way that got me here. I'm not in that position yet where I'm like, I need to hang on to this or just grab some points. I think for me, I need to keep on attacking, and maybe after Shanghai, it can be a slightly different approach for the last 5 races.
We heard the accolade back in Monaco that, only one other driver has won 3 out of the first 6 races before. That was Seb Buemi many years ago in Formula E history. Do accolades and sort of little moments in history like that matter to you?
I wouldn't say they matter so much. It's not something that I aim for, but at the same time, it's something that I'm quite proud of. To be able to do that, I think, is a great achievement. Like I said, to find myself in the position that I'm in is absolutely fantastic. So I'm humble in that way. I know how lucky I am. There's also that part of me that thinks it could have been 5 or 6, with what happened in Sao Paulo, losing the race in Jeddah on the last lap. And I actually, on Sunday in Monaco, when I watched the race back, I should have won that as well. Just too impatient with Jeff and Nick.
I mean, you're in a great position this weekend if you can get another win or a couple more podiums, given that we're going to go over the halfway point of the season. When you look at this season, given that last season you're looking strong and you missed Portland, which was a real shame in that kind of championship fight, I guess you look at the form of last season, this was to be expected that you would continue strongly.
Yeah, I mean, I keep wondering when it's going to stop, but I was looking the other day, they were saying 5 podiums in 7 races, but actually it's like 12 in 17, I think. So, the form has definitely been there since the beginning of last year. I think 12 podiums in 17 races, I'm not sure that many people would have done that. So we just need to, like I said, keep focused and keep doing what we've been doing for the last 18 months, and everything should take care of itself, I think.
It's an important race for the team, for Nissan, obviously home race, special livery on the car. Given that you come into this race as the championship leader as well, have you noticed more people maybe recognising you, or you're having to do more media, or is any wild requests that have come in?
Yeah, I think here's always busy. We have a huge following of Nissan in Japan. Yes, the marketing and media is never ending, it seems, when you get here, but I'm kind of already just trying to enjoy it and not let it bother me in too many ways. And I haven't spent too much time at the track, but I'm sure tomorrow by the time comes, there'll be lots of fans and lots of interest in our good performance, which is rightly so.
Do you think anyone from Barnsley's been this popular in Japan before?
Probably not. I'm trying to think, but probably not.
Add this to the list of accolades, I say.
Yeah.
So obviously last year, this was the home race, the inaugural home race for the team, and you came so close to winning. Have you watched that one back? Do you think you should have won that one?
I haven't watched it back recently. I would have watched it back after the race last year. In hindsight, yes, there was things that I would have done differently. I think I wouldn't have led the whole race. But also that was the conversation before the race, should we, shouldn't we? And we decided to. Ultimately, it was the wrong call. But I think this year, so much changes with the pit boost, with the higher energy. So we're going to get a lot of rain on Saturday. Sunday will be a slightly different race to last year, but I think full focus is already on Saturday, really, and it looks like it could be wet with a pit stop, so last year's strategy kind of goes out the window.
That's the thing with Formula E, you can never predict it. For people who are maybe watching Formula E for the first time this weekend, or of course listening to our commentary on talkSPORT 2, what kind of track is this here in Japan? It's a kind of more traditional Formula E street track.
Yeah, it's a super tight, technical, twisty track that kind of rewards bravery, I would say, getting closer to the walls and really flirting with the limit. Brings a lot of performance here, which is something that I actually really, really enjoy. So I think, honestly, if I look at the rest of the circuits from here on out to the end of the year, this one should be the one that suits me the most. So it's important that we try and make the most of that when it counts.
Well, look, fingers crossed that you get these podiums that you, seem to be accumulating very easily so far this season. Don't want to jinx you in any way. I've been asking all the drivers if they've got a sort of Japanese delicacy they like, because some of the food here has been marvellous. And I know people like Nick Cassidy have been around a bit longer and they've got their very specific orders. Is there one kind of go-to Japanese order you've got?
I always like to do the Kobe beef when I'm here. I mean, that's, I think just how soft it is, how tasty it is, and then just the usual sushi, but particularly from like the fish market, the tuna sushi you can get is some of the best in the world.
So that's your victory meal if you get on that top step of the podium?
100%. Hopefully too, so I can go Saturday night and Sunday.
Fantastic. Best of luck this weekend.
Cheers, thanks mate.